Everyone, welcome back to the Due Process Major. We're going to be doing a Yakuza and Nakudama today. I am the Melvin Man, and Benny is also here. He's finally back. He's left Siege, and your wishes have been answered. He's back. He's here. Are you excited, Benny?
Yeah, I'm somewhat excited. I'm totally excited for this. Do a due process, get a cool, quick best of three to cast and have fun with. How you feeling today, Melvin? Having fun?
But I'm happy. It's a best of three. I like seeing usually how teams you see the first game and then Uh, the second game is usually always a bit different because both teams have kind of been like, okay, this is how they're going to play today, and I think it gets a bit more exciting as a best of three goes on. So I'm excited. I hope
Could
the
be.
teams are ready because I'm ready.
I'm ready. Are they ready?
I don't think that no, they're not ready. So all right, so about some of the players for today, I'm excited to see Nakudama kind of come back swinging, and we've got Yakuza who off the last uh, tournament, they got all the way through the finals and were beaten by GB.
Yep.
And it wasn't like GB just slammed them. It was a really good best of three. It was pretty close. So I'm interested to see if some things have changed, if some strategies have changed, if people are using different guns, if they've gone from being maybe they were the mop user, are they now going to be playing close range? Are they better there? Are strats different, or is everything the same? They're just going to do it better.
Is everything seem to just hit their shots this time? That's all it is.
Yeah, they're just you know what, we missed that one important shot. How about we hit those and it's like, oh my goodness, we never thought of that.
If you just kill the enemy, it's the end of the game. That's all you gotta
If
do.
we
Just
just
gotta, just
kill
gotta win. Just
them,
gotta kill the enemy. That's all you do.
if
Easy.
we just kill them, we won't have to, we won't have to lose.
Don't have to care
Who
about anything. You just kill them. That's all you gotta
who
do.
would have thought?
Who would have thunk?
They are.
But also, yeah, this is our lower bracket game too. I think, unfortunately, I think believe these teams lost in the upper bracket or at the start of it, really quarters. Also, yeah, my camera's freaking out on there. That is interesting.
The blizzard has hit you pretty early.
Ah, my house is gone.
But I can
That is
still
interesting.
cast. My computer is perfectly fine. Yeah, yo, God, you're in the middle of that blizzard. Oh,
Yeah, I
there
don't
you
know
are.
why, but I've gotten like I have like oh, I'm back now. Okay, I think I'm released. But
That was
anyway,
a fast blizzard.
uh, was a festival. But either way, yeah, big thing is the fact that yeah, these two teams are in the lower bracket and they're fighting to stay alive, make it the way make back up to the lower bracket, hoping to then fight for getting to that grand finals, whatever that is.
Oh, everyone loves an underdog.
Who's gonna be the underdog? Is it gonna be Katara? Is it gonna be I don't know how to say the name actually. The team's name?
Yakuza?
No, the other one.
Nakudama and Yakuza.
Nakudama. That's what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
Nakudama. I say it correctly. I was like, what?
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw them, like in game, like before I
Yeah.
started casting and I saw like the panda stuff, I didn't know their name was Nakudama. So I just thought it was like Pandemonium. And I'm like, that's such a cool name. And they're like, it's not that. I'm like, oh. Well, now I'm sad. Like Pandemonium sounds like someone should do that. But Nakudama is from what I've seen from all the players, Yakuza, bunch of great players. I've played with some of the Nakudama players, um, so I'm a little more biased on Nakudama's side because I've gotten to see them more in action, even whether it be just casually or even in a ranked game. I've seen how some of them play, uh, more so not really the Yakuza people or players. So I'm thinking Nakudama um, can win this only because, as I said, I haven't really been seeing a lot of Yakuza plays other than what I saw in the grand final last major. So I'm thinking Nakudama's going to have this, but I mean, as I said, Yakuza could just be like, "Yeah, we've learned a thing or two. We know what we needed to fix. We know what we needed to refine, and then they can just come out and sweep me off my feet."
I'd say nothing's concrete to say because it's just this stage of how it works. There isn't a whole lot of understanding really what these teams really. So at this point, it's like, yeah, if you're gonna bet Nakudama, I'll bet Yakuza. If it's just historically, they did get to the grand finals of last major last tournament. So I would expect them to have a similar. But actually, at the same point, they've also been already kicked down to the lower bracket, which is interesting. Who were they kicked down the lower bracket by? Where is the bracket? Where can I
I
see that?
believe.
Brr, 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 brr. Oh, you can
Oh,
show it on the program feed.
thank
That
you,
works too, actually, as well.
thank you, Papa Roach.
Oh, yeah, so they were kicked down by Qatar. Qatar's also a really good team too, actually.
Yeah, they kind of stay in like the middle tier and can. I think we have a new team that's also in this major, Moonbase, which is replacing. I believe they replaced Rats.
Oh yeah, no, it's Moon Boat Crew.
Yes, Moonbook Crew. See, dude, I'm mixing up all the names,
Moon Boat Crew.
but they are the new team that is here, so all eyes on them.
So if we're just going through like just stats wise, it seems like at least against Katura, Yakuza had a 2-1 loss. Wow. On the side of Nakudama, they lost 2-0 to Endangered Noodles. Not a lot to
Just
say there though. It's still just historical stats. Not a lot to really go off because I actually didn't watch the game either, so I wouldn't even know from that point.
I was MIA for pretty much all of yesterday, so I did not get to
Happens.
see them either.
So unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to go off of here, but I would hedge a guess that Yakuza are going to win this just based on just feeling it.
It's deep in the caster bones. They're there. But we're still
I'm
waiting
just
on
gonna
them
call it.
to we're still waiting on them to gear up. I believe we're waiting on the queue to
Oh,
pop, I believe.
sometime in the future, one day. Yeah,
Sometime,
just waiting for
one
it
day.
to waiting for it to pop because
This is a
otherwise I'm
problem
gonna
for
sit there.
future us.
Oh man, I guess it's kind of weird right now because just being especially right now, like you have to create a custom game by queuing with like a code and something, which is interesting.
Early access, man, early access.
Yeah,
We gotta make do with the tools we have been given.
I guess it'll be interesting when this game gets more refined and more ironed out when it releases, whenever that happens in the future.
The future is now, old man.
At least you get multiple observers. It's already been other games.
Yeah, like other games.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
What?
yeah. At least
I
it's
don't
free cam.
know.
At least it's free cam and multiple observers. And
Our observers
I
can
will say
draw.
I would like a better UI, but that's just me asking for better things. That's actually interesting. It's like some games have good UIs, some games don't have good UIs for like observing.
Yeah, I think this game's UI is pretty clean. It's not too invasive. Even like the
It's
ammo code
not,
and
but
all
no,
that,
but
it's
like
not.
the problem is an observing standpoint is it doesn't give enough information though.
That's
Sure, you know
true.
what guns they have. You know they have some kind of utility at times. But you don't know how much though. You only know they have one or two or something. You know how much ammo they have left in their gun per se. Just for shotguns, you have to like scroll to the player to see if they have run out of shotgun shots or not.
Yeah. I think putting
So
maybe like the ammo mags, like how it does for us when we're in the game, we can see that oh, Benny has brought two mags, so we know. So
true.
I
Yeah,
know
that
how
would be
much,
nice.
but seeing
Yeah,
that on like the observer thing
yeah.
would be
Even
interesting.
then, like maybe like a scoreboard showing how much is left like in total for the team would be nice too. Maybe something like either a board or like some kind of overlay for that. Because sometimes they catch a guess if you didn't remember like how many flashbangs do they have, how many smokes do they have, how many grenades are left in their arsenal in their armory.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to like obviously go to the players and be like, oh, yep, this, or obviously point it out and be like, oh,
Oh,
they used a grenade.
all right,
But
spectate.
we're rocking and
Yeah,
rolling.
let's do it. Let's do it to it. All right, so you're the color cluster, right?
Oh no, we didn't decide. Rock paper scissors, you for it.
All right, ready? All right. I'll be the analyst. You be the host, and then we're just not gonna cast it all. Actually.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna need someone to do production then. That's kind of weird. I hope
Oh,
Roach
this
is
is a map we've
available.
seen though. We've seen this map a lot actually
We
recently.
have.
We've
So
seen this map
something
quite a bit.
we always talk about. We always talk about obviously, you know, putting your barbed wire on your green door. I think that's always a must.
Hit your
Obviously
shots,
depending
yeah.
on the green door. Pipeworks seems pretty good. That control up there that you see that both blue and red have kind of circled on even where to throw the flashbang. They want to make sure that someone is probably going to be there getting a quick shot, and then they'll retreat back. And getting that office pinch as well means whoever is there is immediately in a bad spot.
Hmm. It looks like they've set up some icons as well. If they do go for that toxic push, you see there's a Molotov by, I believe that's Doodler's icon. Yeah, Doodler there ready to throw a Molotov if they do push for toxic, push for power. But otherwise, yeah, it seems like the main intent is going through office, going through the green door into server farm, and just taking control. And then, of course, yeah, if you can clear pipes, use that long range control through pipes to then try and stake out the rest of the defenders that may be playing by toxic. But again, hey, the first part's gonna be clearing office though in the first place.
And only Surfront is up there. So he's going to be probably the only one that's giving them intel that, hey, there's something here, but they are walking over there, so they are completely silent. So the only noise that's going to be made off the bat is near the server farm. Some shots are exchanged between Playboys and Kamina, getting some shots through, but Ghetto and Coupe are going to decide, we're just going to wait for him, no, it's fine. Smoke flashes going in as they're getting ready to clear into the server farm here. Health kind of pulling back here. He's going to get some shots in, but he's ultimately going to fall. The Sleepy Photon is taken down to about 30 HP, and the office push is still delayed.
They're waiting. They're waiting for a Q, waiting for a time. As Coop's, they've already taken control of server farm. They've grenaded out that barbed wire, and once they get part of barbed wire, I'm assuming that Q is gonna pop up and they're gonna burst through office. There it is, bursting through office. Tommy and Flago, can they even get the kill? They can get both Playboys and server front. Kamina gets one of his own, but now Doodler in a 1v4. Doodler's gonna run away, try and back off to position where he can try and fight off these attackers, but he's being barreled down by 2 or 3. Does get one first trouble, but one's not enough, and that's the first round for, I believe, for Nakudama?
Yes. No, that is... Nakudama is Team 2.
My bad. I'm bad with these teams.
Yeah, Yakuza is Ghetto and Tommy. And... So
Yakuza with the first round.
I totally lied. I have played with Ghetto and Tommy. Tommy is very fast. Like, he is a very agile player in this game. Like, he is always taking an AP, a Gruber, an AK. Like, he is in your face as quickly as possible. And that's kind of exactly what he did with that office push. He was just in there, they got their 2 picks, and just before you know it, it's all falling apart. They pinched someone on Pipeworks, Kamina gets the pick, and just that push from server into office onto the cargo, it just fell apart really quick for Nakudama there, and it's a 1-0 start.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Server farm push, unfortunately, that was a part that's very difficult to hold for the defense, and you pull back at that point, and from there, it's kind of holding control of office, and that that having that high ground there is the big thing for them, and the fact that, well, there's 2 members in office, and both members end up losing both their fights in 1v1s as they rush into office. Well, I guess for one player, if it wasn't 1v1, because I think he was getting shot in the back as well from the pipe work. So unfortunate, but still, great job to Yakuza. We go to Nakudama. We go to the next map and see if that the defense for Nakuma can change up as they go to Kill Dome this time.
So Kill Dome, not your favorite map, but it's one of my favorites. I know Kill Dome is a bit chaotic, and I can agree there are some Kill Dome maps that even I look at and go, yeah, this is not going to be fun. But this one actually doesn't seem all too bad. You've got a little jungle bunker right here to kind of overlook everything. Castle is in a really good spot for defenders to kind of get a good view of everything. A beach push is a little dangerous because you could be getting shot from that jungle bunker or castle. Maybe someone's even down up at this pit entrance shooting over at you. So there's a lot of angles to watch if you go beach. Pit actually being the safest to enter, but once you enter, as you see the defenders have prepped a flare there just in case, you go through a flared door into like a funnel. So anyone that is jungle or even back in this back left corner here with an Ingmar, you just, anyone in that funnel area is just gone.
Again, you can't have a one-dimensional push. They gotta do something else. So even if there's a lot of fire on that beach side, you gotta make something of it at least. Even if you can try and take shots or at least make it so that the castle members can't use that control too easily. So we'll see how they do here for Yakuza. But I do agree with you. This looks a bit difficult. Maybe opening up that bottom jungle door could be a big thing. But same point, even if you open up the bottom jungle door, you still got that castle control. You still have people on top of those, top of those high areas to try and shoot down on you. So it's gonna be difficult. We'll see how Yakuza do this because it looks like they are at least maybe going for that pit. I don't know. All these drawings are very confusing.
I think they brought a door charge, but
Oh,
they all seem to be stacking up on beach. So
this
unless
feels
they're
like
gonna
I
do
don't
a
know if the
fake
UI is
play
correct.
or
This is why I don't know if the UI is correct or not. I really don't know.
what with the drawings everywhere.
No, he has a door charge. He's going in the beach.
Yeah, no, the UI is correct. He's got a door charge and clacker there on beach, and he is gonna get absolutely mopped. Two of them mopped immediately off the bat as
Oh,
Tommy
Tommy put on
rushes
the
onto
green door.
base.
He's at the
Oh,
clacker
they're
though.
trying to get into
The clacker's
castle.
down.
Yeah, Coupe and Fluggle have to go and get the clacker back from Ghetto and Photon. Coupe realizing, oh crap, I gotta go get that. Tommy pinned down under fire from Playboys and Kamina. Health realizing that I think he was kind of stuck there. Floggle's gonna fall down to Kamina there on the end mark. Tommy rushes in. It's not gonna work. It's Surfon. What are you doing, man? I'm here with him, thinking he could rush them off, but Playboys knows that there's a saber. He's got the saber in the clacker. I think it would be safe for him to cut his losses.
He's out.
And he's out of there.
He's not gonna take that fight. But that obviously was just a interesting one. I do agree though. This attacking this map does seem very difficult though, from an attacker side of view. Like I don't know where you would want to really do this. So that was a interesting plan by Yakuza. Try and bring that door charge, try to open up the green door rather than kick it, or bring a shotgun. Open it up with a door charge to allow you to enter. But the thing is, again, Doodler sitting on top with a mop, taken down too early in the round. And from there, you're in a 3v5, and those members of the attack will try and walk up beach in a one-dimensional attack, take fights on all defenders who are looking your way, and you saw what happened there. Every single defender goes, or not every single attacker goes down. Tommy tries to rush in after they're able to, blow open that door charge, and you walked into somewhere waiting for him out in castle. So difficult map there. I'm not sure how to attack this one.
I'm pretty sure with the. I know when we play, obviously we're not.
I'm not gonna hedge a guess
incredible.
on that one. Or
Yeah, but I know
experience.
me and you both know if two people are immediately picked, we both know that this is not going well.
Yeah, no,
And
that's.
And yeah, you can look at we've got the damage charts up there, and you can kind of see that that round kind of heavily went over to Yakuza. Not much refragging was done, if any. I think Ku picked up one when he was outside. He got one pick off as they tried to peek him, and the other four just went, okay, let's just loot the guys that are in here and call it a day.
Yeah,
We're fine. We don't need to. But he has his clacker back. He has the saber. We're going into the final match before the swap, and it's Killhouse.
Interesting. Chaos. They should have. So they should have. Do they have any heart breaching left? I think they have one. No, they don't. They should have a wall charge. They have one wall charge left, and a clacker to go with it. So they have something left to use. Question is, do they use it on an actual wall or do they use it on a door? On this map too, we can see that maybe pushing into backstage could be a big thing. Having that control of that top side area here, or maybe even putting it, or maybe even if the backstage area could be big though. It's kind of isolated too, so it might be difficult for the defenders to hold it.
We're kind of waiting to see what Blue does, and I'm kind of at a loss to see what they would do too. I'm thinking, at first I was like, oh well, you just go in reception, green door, and boom, you wall charge this right here. But then I realized
you can't jump.
No, that's an entire counter. So half of the bomb site is cut off by this counter. Yeah. So that gives the defenders a little bit of an area to play behind if they decide to go funnel through lockers, and even if they go through brick house, no, they still have to get over onto the club. So like, you have someone up here on backstage that can just pretty much overwatch the entire site unless they go backstage. So a lot of different ways to attack this. I'm interested to see how Yakuza do this after losing kind of a door charge in a
It
silly
looks like
situation.
It looks like they want a wall charge behind the bar though. You can see the blue line there.
Yeah, they also have they have a line of sight onto hall to make sure that the hall is covered. So they may be trying to go into the back at club.
But they're still gonna have to go through.
And
they still have to go through brick house. At least they can clear club that way. if they can at least have the bar control, they can at least make sure that nobody pushes through lockers, nobody pushes back from backstage, and then they can just
They
they
can
just have to
also
clear brick house at that point.
they can also cover brick house door from back here, perfectly hidden from anyone that is back in.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they do this, but again, like you see a lot of defenders, Dueler's gonna be the one part behind the bar waiting for ready to push. You see Health and Kamina the backs of front playing blocker. So if they're not gonna push backstage, it will probably behoove the defense to keep backstage for them, I guess, and have that fight. Pre-fires come through the walls, the members of the attack, no taking no damage against Dueler. Taking heavy damage trying to play aggressively there. The question is, can they still get this wall open despite all the pre-fires? You can't pre-fire the wall shot at least.
It's not like a.
Oh wait, where are they putting it? Oh, they're putting it. Where are they putting it?
Taking
Oh,
Hall.
oh, are they gonna go to the lock? No, they're gonna go open this. Maybe open this. Maybe. Oh, they are. They're gonna open up in the backstage from hallway. Jump right through. Tommy's gonna run right in, take control of backstage. Clear. Make sure nobody's there. Great shots from Ghetto. Camino's right below him. Camino comes out and gets the kill. That's a great position to be in. Doodler's still playing behind, but show a shotgun to the face of center front. Doodler's got a great position. He's open underneath the bar. He can't see him. He can't win that fight. Down goes Camino, Playboys in Doodler. And there's another round to Yakuza. And that was just a spree of just unfortunate timings and not being able to see certain people because of the bar.
So the Molotov that came out into the door after the wall breach, rather, was a really good volley. But Tommy is fast. He was already in. And then when he came around the corner, he kicked the backstage door just in case they had to get out of there, in case they had to retreat for a second to reload or whatever, and run back in and clean the house. A very, very good wall charge to just take control of the entire site. We were talking about that earlier. That well, the defenders are back there; they have control of the entire site. And Yakuza was like, "We know," which is why we're going to get it.
That was interesting because I
Very,
didn't know you could open elevated surfaces like that because there's a step up when you open that wall.
yeah. You'd have to like do the jump crouch, like see us
Yeah.
rolling.
That's an interesting one there. And then, yeah, from there it was just having control of lockers, having then fighting each member of the defense and trying to stop them, and really that having that trying to hold the club or hold lockers at that point, that was oof,
The shotgun
difficult
to the
times.
face was a indicator of how that was going.
Yeah, that was looking difficult. That was hey, great attack from Yakuza. Can they do it though? Can they hold it on their defense though? We usually redo these 3 maps.
Yeah, I think that was a really good attack, especially I have the blunder that was that kill house. So I think kind of showing that never mind, that was a fluke. Here we are again, and like very dominant. So we're gonna see if their defense is as strong as what that attack was. Are they going to basically prep the same thing? And it looks like almost down to where the flares are being placed, it's the exact same hold as Nakudama was doing. They're going to have the barbed wire controlling pipework, so they can't just rush up and take control of pipeworks. They've got the barbed
Well,
wire
I say no.
dock
This seems like a
entrance.
big difference though. It seems like nobody's going to be playing Office.
It does seem like they've given up office control, unless that red line is meaning that someone is there, and if it gets controlled, they brush out. But
Yeah.
or
Look, you see the
someone
mop
over
on the far side
pipeworks.
too. So it seems like they're
Yes.
expecting them to take control Office, and they're going to try and fight them off, and they're trying to hold on to Docks probably is what the big thing here for them is.
Yeah, Flogo seems like he's going to be playing Toxic just in case there is a power push, and they're going to set up their flares. Which, for those that don't know, flares have a 2-minute and 15-second timer. How long is the match round? It's 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So, we're at the beginning of the round for maximum efficiency.
Yeah, you can see that the long angle by he made that line all the way towards that window into Office. So yeah, they're gonna try and hold off if they do go from Office and jump down. And then we're gonna see Coupe and Photon. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try and back off towards the other side of Pipeworks when they do make that eventual push up the stairs. They are thinking they're gonna. The eventual think is that they're gonna take server farm. That seems to be the obvious thing that the attack's gonna take. So seeing if you can get a kill, if Tommy can get a pick or two with the auto shotty, making it difficult. He's just gonna and there it is. He gets aggressive, swings the window. Down goes Doodler, and actually they're not going. It looks like the office control isn't there. They're going for that Toxic, and Flogo's there to try and stop them.
And okay, so he gets zapped by the UAV, but he does rush out to get Kamine. So they all brought NVGs. So if NVGs go down here, inside, and the attackers are able to pick them up, Kill Dome is going to go very interesting. But Attacker NVGs are going to be down if they don't secure this round, with Surfon being incredibly low, health low as well, and Tommy is still close with that auto shotty, but health is in, hiding under the staircase, praying
You know
to
what they call it? They call it called
whatever.
Harry Potter.
Yes, I was going to make that joke, but I thought, no, I'm pretty sure that said a lot. But you did it, so we're on the same page.
He's gonna come out though, and I think he's gonna try and leave at this point, or maybe try to get a pick before leave. He does have a smoke in hand. Smokes can be needed for certain situations, so he might be just trying to stay alive with 44 seconds. As you know, Surf Front looking to try and maybe find another way in, but Photon's there. He's gonna peek his head out, and oh, nice flashbang pushes Photon back. But at this point, not really much the taxi to be able to do. Unless they can somehow get a way in, and Health is going to be that person just trying to sneak his way through server farm. Trying to find Tommy if he can. So far, nobody from defense is peeking out. Nobody's really giving them a chance to get these kills.
And with 15 seconds left, it seems like they're just trying to go for picks here and stall out, as play is so far back. He's like, this Saber is not getting in anyone's hands. I'll even save the flashbangs. Surfront saving the clacker and the grenade. And there we have it, Yakuza. Kind of a dominant defense. They stalled at that green door and got 2 picks, or got 1 pick, got Surfront really low, and Floggo rushes Kamina outside to basically stop whatever power play they were going to go for, and realize that we don't want to give them all of our NVGs because Killhouse may be a nightmare, so let's just wait.
Yeah, at that point, might as well save, I guess, because really, the fact that you couldn't even didn't want to, you didn't have the utility to deal with Tommy in a sense. There's no grenade. There's no other way to stop him rather than just taking a fight and taking auto shotty fight in the corner of server farm like that. That's gonna be a bloody engagement, and rather than just losing all those members, losing all that utility, let's save it for the next round. Try and win out Killdome, because that was the map that we saw the attack of Yakuza lose last time. Maybe well, I say that actually, maybe you want to have more utility going into that kind of attack, as it does look pretty difficult here. So I wonder if Nakudama can win this attack compared to Yakuza, because their attack, well, was maybe creative, but still one dimensional in a sense.
So I'm noticing here that Yakuza has 5, and I think they're all prepping to play back here. They are
Is that a
prepping
five?
for
What
you.
is that?
Yeah, that is a 5. I think they are prepping for you, Nakudama to come straight through at green door, but it looks like they want to do a beach pit split. They still want to hit the power, so they're still going for a power play.
Is there any? I don't see any flares being. No, there might be flares being brought out, but I just don't see them on the map yet. But we'll see if that's the case. Because if they do go for that pit play, they go for the power. There are NVGs, so there are going to be members on the defense who can at least see some of them. I think maybe 2 of them have NVGs. So there is
Well, one of the NVGs was outside. I'm not sure if
Yeah, actually, what's that?
any
I
of
can
them
probably
got to
look through.
grab
Let's
them.
see. Who has NVGs? Oh, nobody does actually. But they're bringing flares though. How many of the attackers have NVGs? Only 2 attack. Oh, 3 attack. So 3 attackers still have NVGs though. So 3 out of 5 are still able to see in the dark. So the pit play still makes sense. Give the saber to one that doesn't have the NVGs, and one guy just gotta fight for his life in the dark, I guess.
Yeah, well, they do have the saber, so 4 technically can see in the dark.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One's got
So,
saber.
yeah.
One's just got one of them just gotta fight in the dark.
So it'll be interesting to see how they go here, as
Oh, Floggle.
we're seeing the split. I think Floggo realizes, yep, okay, they're here now. Probably giving his team some comms, but Photon is going to be lined up here for this beach push, so he could get some shots off here. He is going to fire, and none of them are going to hit. Ghetto's going to be looking at the surf front, but Floggo here takes the full front of a grenade and a flashbang. He does get the molly up, but he is opting to stay.
Oh, he's gonna run
around there,
Oh!
and he's gonna get his shots on, but he is going to die in the process, as 2 of them are incredibly low. Doodler is within 1 shot, as is Playboys. Ghetto is... I believe Ghetto got the shot onto Doodler.
Yeah, he hit Doodler, but hasn't killed anybody yet. So, well, I said no, he's dead. Just
As
as I say
Doodler
that.
gets mopped.
Well, they made their entrance in the jungle though. Playboy's trying to run through. Wait, no, Play was below
He's
actually. He's trying to rotate. Nito was trying to make their entrance. He loses this fight though. Sir Front will wake his way into castle by a shot in the back by Photon. Playboy is gonna push into Beach by themselves. Elf looking to join them, but so far this attack not going great. At least it wasn't nearly as, one-sided as the Yakuza attack, but still, it's been quite the difficult trench trying to take control of Beach and push farther for Beach into castle. Good pinch on a Photon, but Coupe and Tommy now. Tommy's an auto shotty here, which might not be a good decision depending on if they know he's there or not. Health's gonna run through. He's gonna chase down Coupe. Tommy's there with the auto shotty. He's gonna pull around the corner. He should win this fight against Health at least. He does though, but he's already low HP. So with 30 seconds, Playboys can play his right with the tar in hand. If he knows he's behind the bomb chassis, behind the bomb itself, he should be able to win this fight. He has no utility, no flashes, nothing to play off. We just trying to find a peak, just pre-firing the bomb. And Tommy's waiting with that auto shot. And Playboys, he's slowly creeping through, so you can find a hair, a leg. And no, he pushed him too far into the range of the auto shot, and Tommy will take that.
Playboys was incredibly low. Tommy could have just stood up and peeked and fired one shot and probably have killed him there, but he played it safe. And he still got the win. So he's going to pick up an AK. The auto shot, he probably out of ammo at this point after 2 rounds. And picks up a Molly. And they're looking pretty good. Yakuza's looking pretty good. That was close. That power play did start making things difficult for Yakuza there. But they were able to kind of just play it back, pull it back, and allow them, the attackers, to come to them. And they were able to win that round. Tommy was able to win that round.
That map is just at least that was closer than Yakuza's attack, but that was still that map is it looks so difficult to attack. Oh my god. Yeesh. Hey, but we're going to Kill House for our last map of this set. 6 rounds gone. Well, 5 rounds gone by. Here's our 6th one. We'll see if Yakuza can keep themselves in lead because they've gotten, they've been doing well on this defense so far, and they had a great attack as well, giving them 2 rounds on their attack, and now they got 2 rounds on the defense. Let's see if they get their third and go 5-1 at the half, which, if I had to say 5-1 half is quite the start here for the team. If it happens, at least.
5-1 is a commanding lead to go into the second half. However, we're going to see if Nakudama, I get tripped up on the names as well. We're going to see if Nakudama are going to do the same thing. Are they going to do that wall charge and take club? Or, by what seems to be drawn, they seem like we're going to skip hall, we're going to skip all that nonsense, and we're just going to go straight into backstage and just take control of that.
So
as well as it seemed they split through reception to also take the back of
that's a lot of trek to make, though. There's a lot of different CQB situations going through office and brick house.
They have flashes prepped for where they think people will be sitting, but yeah, it's a lot of things to check, a lot of things in that CQC area that no dilly-dallying, essentially. You got to, if you're going that reception push, you have to keep moving. If you stall and the backstage fails for whatever reason, you're toast. If the backstage wins, you gotta move quick. You gotta.
Yeah, there's so many corners. Office has a corner here. You can play the corner here and wait for them to push through reception. You can play right here too and just wait for them to push in that doorway and try to kill them as well. So it seems like there's a lot of different ways they can play this, and there's a lot of corners and a lot of places that we need to see the attack clear if they're gonna make this attack work out. Though there is a lot of people that are still Ghetto playing by himself on stage. We have Photon and Tommy toward that Lockers Hall area, which we need to probably see Photon and Tommy rotate once they know that it's going to be that backstage or that office push for the attack of Nakudama. But it looks like the question is, how many people are actually pushing a backstage? Or this it looks like the main brunt of the attack is going to be that reception push into office and brick house. Well, so far they can pre-fire into the hallway. Tommy doing heavy damage to Jeweler. No fire in between, just pre-firing through the walls back and forth. And so far, 4 members in reception looking to push Floggo out office.
Floggo taking a lot of bullets right there, but he is still alive. He is still going to do his due diligence to his team. He gets that molly down to delay them, and he is going to flank around here, see if he can get some shots through them there. He's waiting for the push to happen before he can beat Tommy. More shots. Kamina still delayed. Floggo saw his chance, but Health said, I saw it first, and shotguns him right in the face as they quickly do a quick clear of office. They're down to 50 seconds left. Kamina's still stalling outside just to let them know that, hey, I'm still here. Who's going to get some shots in? They fire back. Molotov out.
Oh, no, he's so dead. Oh, wait. Well, they stopped the push. Yeah, that's only one side push through that door, through that entryway. at least destroy the barbed wire, but they could just pre-first the door, do heavy damage, all pushing through. Ghetto's gonna be he takes one for his trouble. He's gonna save out, but Coop's gonna push through, take one for his own. So it's a bloody chance of pushing through reception. Kamitas actually made the way backstage in time. He's gonna take out Coup. That's a great shot. Tommy's gonna walk up. Tommy and Photon outside the site. What a Molotov with 20 seconds though. And now the question is, can they even make their way through? It's one doorway with two members of the attack here that's trying to get this bomb out. Health has a shotgun in hand. Can he actually hold off for him? No, he can't. He just runs in. Playboy's get the pick, and Tommy will finish off Health in spite that. And that was just a great half for Yaokuza.
You saw there as they started pushing through Brick House, once that Molotov came out and stalled them, they had the grenade to get rid of the barbed wire, but they had 40 seconds left. So they had to go, but they were taking a hail of fire. Kamina rushes in and gets one, but the two decide, have sight, also have a Molotov for your trouble. And they just wait. And I'm hoping you noticed it. They do a quick peek, and I think both of them realized when they heard the pistol being shot, they knew we can win this. And they both rushed out, got the diffuser, and it didn't matter if they won the last gunfight with the guy behind the bar, because he was not going to get around in time to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too. The person that was holding the cover had a shotgun and a pistol, not the weapons you want to have to be covering your diffuser in the first place. So, unfortunate. Sometimes it turns like that because either way, that was a difficult take either way because either rush through both office, brick house, take fights despite having Molotovs and everything in the way. But either way, hey, we're on to the next half. We're on to the 3 new maps for this second half. First up is gonna be C-Store.
Both teams immediately, instead of doing a plan, they both drew Among Us. Like both teams drew Among Us, and like that's where their heads are at. They're like, all right, guys, we need to think of a Among Us. Like,
well, they are a bunch of Zoomers.
We're old, Benny. We're old.
You're you're old, not me.
Wait a minute.
Either way, yeah. So at this point, it looks like the attack are going to be electing of I can sometimes never say the name correctly. They're looking to open up that wall charge in the storefront and start pushing through. I don't know what else they're going to do because all I see is a stupid drawing, so I don't know what else they're going to do.
I'm assuming from what it looks like, they are going to have someone shoot open the shed door, kind of do this flank watch in case someone goes around into back of office. But from what it looks like, other than a green push with this shed flank watch, they're opting to go through the front with a wall charge. Kind of watch that long right angle there, so anyone that's in arcade that needs to come out will be seen by their line of fire. Oh, never mind, they have shifted to the left side. So we'll see where that goes. If maybe they're in a disagreement of where that goes, so we'll see where that finalizes. But we know that there's going to be this green push and a shed kind of...
Oh, well, there's the green door. They open up into office. They shotgun the door open, maybe allowing from the grenade, the barbed wire, or maybe grenade someone that might be close. They can open up that shed door as well, so they can at least see if they can find a pick on somebody rotating. Photon's there. It looks like Stir Front's gonna rush through, taking heavy damage though on the entry through that barbed wire. He's pre-fired through the door, and he's taking more damage pre-fired through there. And actually, they've opened up into storefronts, but again, it's only Doodle right there. So he's just gonna try and find anybody he can. As Photon and Ghetto are gonna push back out of their positions. But so far, there's been no real push except for Sir Front, who's now in the building.
Shots are going to go from Ghetto, and someone's through there. And it's wall bangable, and it is wall bangable as Playboy falls to the knack and will then fall to Doodler out front with the Saber. He's not safe running that direction, but now Ku knows, hey, there's a Saber out in the storefront, so we got to be careful going out there as Photon and Floggle assert their attention over to the office push, as Surfront is fairly low. As Flashbang comes out, Kamina's going to rush in on Flashbang in the front. Floggle retreating back here as Tommy's trying to get some cover, but Floggle is going to ultimately fall to Doodler as well. A snipe from out front, as all the defenders now are pushed to the side as Ku tries to get shots on Health. Sleepy Photon's trying to get some shots through as Tommy gets shots from Arcade. Molotov's going to come out to delay any kind of bomb pushes. Kamina runs out.
Ku's trying to
Doodler
push back into
and Health
Freezer.
is taking Teller.
Yeah, Ku's trying to help out Photon on a freeze. They can stop the plant as looks like Health and Doula are trying to push through, but Ku's gonna get the pick on a Kamina. So now it's Health and Doula. This grenade sent through Arcade, but Tommy's in the back of Arcade, not the front. He dodges that grenade. He's gonna stay alive. Ku's actually gonna return towards that area as Health tries to go for the defuse, but a Molotov by Tommy at the last second. Crew runs out, hit by the Doodler as the Doodler is way for that, ready for it. Photon's gonna peek back out, finish, stop him off, stop any chance of that defusal happening. Doodler by himself, he's gonna stay alive maybe with that saber in hand. He's gonna get kills. He's gonna murder the rest of the defense, but it doesn't matter because defense has won the round.
That's an ace for Doodler, by the way.
Oh yeah, it is actually.
He aced. They lost the round, but he aced. So good job, Doodler. You aced. The I don't know if you saw there, but Tommy was like literally sneaking up behind him. Doodler didn't see him at all. Tommy gets his shots, does not connect, and Doodler just goes, "Oh, okay, bang, all right."
Nice one.
But a really good molly by Tommy though, which ultimately delayed that defuse and kind
Oh
of
yeah, no,
made.
all the Molotovs are great though. They used one for the office door. They used two on the bomb itself. So just the fact that they had one in the beginning and saved two for the end to make sure they couldn't defuse, and then able to play off those Molotovs, kill anyone that gets close to the bomb from the crossfire from Freezer and Arcade was really that well done by Yakuza.
Yeah, I very good Molotov placements. They knew, even with that storefront being open, and I talk about this a lot when I cast, the dangers of stalling, as we saw that office push kind of stall for a little bit. Obviously, they had the shots coming through, and the pick that they were able to get, I believe they were getting ready to throw the grenade, and he gets shot straight up through the door with a knack.
Oh
And
yeah, I think he was probably gonna shotgun the door, and then they're gonna throw the grenade over, but
but
nothing
they
goes as
started
planned.
after that. They just started stalling, and
Well, it gets
but
difficult.
Doodler aced, so.
I can see what the issue is there because especially too like you're trying to push through, but I'm pretty sure everyone at that point from Nakuma was already low HP from getting shot through the wall too. So I can see the hesitation from that point.
Yeah, they want to make sure. Can we kick the door? The shots have stopped. Okay, I'm gonna go to the door. Shots come through. Okay, we wait. Okay, is it
Yeah.
done? Okay, I think he's out of ammo. Like,
It's hard as that. Yeah, they like everyone took so much damage except for Doodly walking through that door in the office that by the time they could actually make their way into the storefront, they all are like on like 50 HP, 25 HP, and you can see like the Gruber shots are just finishing them off. Like Tommy, Sir Front, or not Sir Front, it's Tommy or Photon playing in Freezer. Just a few shots from those Gruber just finishing off the attackers as they try to, take control of storefront. So hey, we're on bank though, and looks like they're gonna push straight for that lobby control.
yeah, they've got their smoke set up. They've got flashes to cover their sides. Last time we saw an entrance push like this, there was a cheeky not from these teams, but there was a cheeky little auto shotty in the corner, and they didn't check their corners, and it was the easiest 3K of that auto shotty's career. But it looks like they're going to do kind of what we kind of do: one in the vault, and the rest on a
I'm pretty
button
sure
hold.
everyone does that. I think is the expected strat at this point is have at least one person in the vault.
Yeah, there are a lot of teams that I saw GB. They sometimes don't opt to do vault hold. They opt to just kind of roam and do a button straight up. Everyone do a button hold. They want everybody all hands on deck. So I guess it's kind of where they feel like, can we sacrifice having a man down?
Probably
No,
depends
we
on the
kind of
button
need
too.
everybody. Yeah, the button where it is also a big thing.
Yeah,
But
when nobody's playing
standard
lobby,
breach,
nobody's
yeah.
here to take the brunt of that.
No teller as well. So all these two flashes and a smoke, and they're like, where are they? Where,
Nobody's home.
hello? Yeah,
It looks like they
is this the
they
wrong
dropped
bank?
they dropped the clacker outside and make sure they can probably pick it up later on. But they're gonna push through and they're gonna slowly make their way to the door. And this is where the difficulties come in. Is they're gonna need somebody come through in a different angle, try and attack these defenders who are just sitting and counting around these corners. Flashbang throwing out does flash the guys inside the manager. Flawless got an auto shot though. He presses the button in time, allowing for Duda to push through. Tommy's now in a rut as the button's been pushed. He's gonna push the button. Flawless gonna make sure that door closes back up. And are they gonna force through us through? Oh, they're gonna force with two of them against Tommy. Tommy gets one. Can he kill Doodler though? He can't. Doodler has the vault now. He can defuse the bomb. Now they open the door and rush back into vault. Teammate is coming to try and help. He gets one pick. Can he get through them though? As Photon's trying to push through it. Now Doodler, he's in a 1v3 and he can't finish off. 7-1 for Yakuza.
I think that was hilarious when they pressed the button and rushed in. You see all of them. They're in the vault! Oh no! And they all start sprinting to that vault, just like that was that was like you could have Looney Tunes music there. Like, oh, that was perfect. But a very dominant first game for Yakuza. A little dicey there at the end there with that vault play, but Yakuza ultimately recomposes and they take that 7-1.
Yeah, if
That
it'd been
only
different,
loss we
if
saw
like
was the blunder.
it could have been different if they didn't end up full trying to push into counting. If they just made that one play where they sacrificed one player to run in and push the button and then have the rest of them pull back, have those. I guess at that point, because you lose one already in the beginning trying to push the button, right? So that leaves four people. Two of them rush into vault. So that means you only have two people outside. So those two then have to try and hold lobby. So I guess it kind of runs oddly at that time because you probably didn't really plan for that to work like that.
I Yeah, I don't think they did, but the two barbed wire they had a grenade emblem for where that barbed
Well,
wire was.
the
Did
guy
they
they probably didn't have the guy with the grenade in there because the thing was they push the button and then they have to decide because they're sitting in front of the vault and the Molotov's there and they probably didn't have time to go grab the grenade from the dead guy who had it. And then at that point the vault's closing. So what if they were you just have to rush, you just have to run in. Not a
a
lot you can do there.
very yeah, a very hectic bank run. I know if that was us playing, we would just all be yeah. I can hear Brad just yelling like, "What are you doing? Open the vault!" just screaming and running towards it like, "Oh man,
Hey,
like
it happens. But either way, 7-1 for Yakuza. What a first map for them. Now Nakudama gonna bring it back though. See if they can get one map back and tie it up, or is it gonna be a 2-0 for Yakuza going into this? But hey, I don't know if we're going for a quick actually I'm gonna read the Discord because I'm not reading anything right now, but I think we're going for a quick break probably in a second. Do you want to break, Belvin, or just keep going?
uh
Or is that up to the players? Are the players wanting a break or they don't want to keep going? I don't know. What the players want to do.
we await production for our final word."
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I mean I'm good to keep kind of talking. I mean we can kind of we've got the charts up right here. Kind of go over that just a little bit. We kind of see that even Photon, who didn't get a lot of damage, he still gets pretty even in kills. The assists are pretty even there. Um, so we see Yakuza pretty even weight. Like
Oh,
nobody.
production says teams don't need a break, so we can just go straight to the next one.
Awesome. So I think kind of seeing Yakuza kind of this evenly balanced. It seems like everybody is staying. Everyone's on the same page essentially. So I'm hoping that we go into the next round. Nakudama's like, okay, what was that? We don't know. All right, let's not do that again. Because as we said, the only loss Yakuza had was that one where even both of us were like, what is going on here? And
Yeah, it
then
was
after that,
definitely a misplay from them. Really, that's all it was.
yeah, I remember even you were like, I think the UI is bugged. They've got a door charge and they're going beach. It's like, no, that is correct. What is going on?
So yeah, it's yeah. Other than that, yeah, I'd agree though. There wasn't much of an issue really. Some of the rounds were closer per se, but definitely seemed like Yakuza had the upper edge when it came to these plays and how to do it, especially on attack too. Like on attack when it came to that first set of three maps, they won two of those maps pretty well, and it seemed like unfortunately from the side of Nakudama when it came to their attacks, though they didn't have it quite as fleshed out, and they had even like just talk about the kill house map when they had to walk through all the way through office through brick house and from time and time again they're running into issues losing time trying to push back these defenders and walking through barbed wire while we saw from Yakuza they just opened up into a what's it called into backstage from hallway. So I don't know, we'll see.
Hopefully we didn't get a lot of factory. We got one factory map, and then just a lot of convenience store.
Oh well, we only I mean we didn't get a lot of convenience store. We had one convenience store, didn't we?
With two, pretty sure.
Did we?
Or I'm dumb. No, I am dumb. Yeah, we had pretty much even maps. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we had even maps that
Because it
entire
was a
time.
quick 7-1, so there was only three maps, and then there was a fourth, and then because it was a 5-1 half, so they had to play two maps, which is C store and bank, and then that was the end of it.
That makes sense. Yeah, dude. The 7-1 hit me hard. Okay, it hit me so hard. I don't know what happened.
You lost your memory there, Melvin. I'm like, what are you
Yeah,
talking
I
about? We
know.
had
They won so hard. I am stunned. I've been stunned.
you lost me there, Melvin. I'm like, what are you talking about? We had one factory, we had one kill house, one kill dome, one C store, one bank, though we didn't see the other side of the bank because,
Yeah,
well,
so if yeah, so it was technically a perfect series, one of every map, and I'm just stupid.
I said, did we see every map? Is there a map we didn't see? Let's see. Bank, C store, factory, kill house, kill dome. What are the maps?
Only
Is that the only 5 tile sets right now?
there's only 5 tile sets. There's a sixth one being made currently, but
Ah, okay, so that's only 5 tile sets. I couldn't. Yeah, I was wondering if there's another one that I missed or something. You know?
no. I'm saying the 6 tile set easily. You either do like a research lab or you do like a museum. Easy, done. Pay me. You're
I'd
welcome.
probably say research lab. Museum feels like a weird place for it to be a shootout.
But there's an Easter egg that supports that, Mr. Benny.
Mr. Easter egg. What does that mean?
The
What?
Easter egg is on the back of the Defender's gun rack, where on the
What is?
back of it says "Property of the Museum of History."
So is that where the guns came from, or the rack came from?
The guns.
So the guns come from the museum. You're telling me. Interesting.
Yes. So basically, it's kind of like indicating that if this is the future, they're using our guns.
Oh, I thought you were saying like the museum is a masquerade for a gun factory.
Oh no 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 no! Like they straight up took it from the museum. So it's like, yeah, the guns they are using are technically like from our day and age, and this is like
Oh, so they took old
dystopian
guns from the
future.
museum to fight against us.
Yes.
But then why would the map be museum though? They already took the guns already.
Well, that's like it could be like that's how they're getting out, and they're gonna blow up the. I don't know.
They already
Not
took
a.
the guns, so why would they go back to the museum?
Maybe they're already at the museum.
What?
That's the first thing they're gonna blow up is the museum. I don't know. Look, they're bad. They're terrorists. They don't think.
Oh, all right, so it looks like they're in right now. I can't spectate. Okay, now I can. Now I can spectate. There we go. All right, and I go. All right, on to our second map or second set. I don't know what do you call it? Sets, maps. What do I call
Oh,
this even?
sad. Match.
Set, match, play, love, 30, deuce.
Yeah. Love Yakuza.
Advantage for Yakuza, I guess, because they won the first set.
Nakudama is. Did they start defense last round or
Yeah,
last game?
no, yeah, no, they started defense last map
Okay, so
or
it's
last
the
set.
same start. So they're on defense first. Yakuza on attack. So let's see what our first map is. It's C-Store Bank Kill House for our first set, and Dome Factory C-Store. So yeah, now we've got multiple C-stores. I was predicting the future. You're
Yeah,
welcome,
I think you're
or
just crazy.
I'm
But
sorry.
all right,
They thought I was crazy.
you are
Um,
crazy. Interesting shed though. Shed's just kind of out on its own.
So we've got one of the standard C-stores with the power outside. Always a fun one, whether you decide to use the wall charge immediately, either on the storefront, or to take the power. Or do you just green board and go into teller? Because
There's
this
no
is
open
a
storefront and rush in.
pretty close teller. But yeah, it looks like they're gonna
Because
do
the one thing
a
too is that there's not a lot of fire between the bomb. Besides that, I think there's an open hole right here from the teller side. But that's really it. There's no other way to really kill or unless you shoot through the wall. There's no other way to stop someone from defusing unless you have a Molotov from like the back of storefront or like the freezer door here. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they play this because they really could just smoke off certain areas and just push right into storefront. Really, let me just say they do that.
good, especially if they have the saber. You know, this is a very long storefront, so having that saber control, especially with that wall open in the front, is you can provide Overwatch on the bomb, unless because of where that little teller hole is, perfect shot onto obviously where the bomb defusal could take place. So the saber isn't going to protect you from that guy, which is probably why they may want to do an office push
I
into
can't see if it
arcade.
does.
But
I'm
they've
trying to watch Kamina if it does or not. Does it have? Is there a hole? Yeah, there's a hole. There's a hole right on the bomb. So that's gonna be the only thing really stopped if they get that far. Will be that little hole in tellers.
so we're gonna see if they prioritize eventually getting to that teller.
It looks like there's a line towards Tellers. There's a line pointing towards it. I don't know if they're actually gonna push
So they
it
do
or
it with
not.
Saber, and everyone else is kind of standard C-store APs and shotgun. One flashbang,
Oh, there you go. Oh, shots coming back and forth. This looks like there's been some damage from both teams. Nothing too crazy per se. But otherwise, yeah, they opened up the storefront. Now what?
Yeah, now what? Do we throw the smoke, or what are we waiting on? So a little bit of a stall here as they
Oh,
wait.
he's gonna flash. Oh, there's a smoke. So one smoke towards the right, flash towards the left. They're gonna push, clear out the motor fridge. Make sure they can clear. Everybody's pushing on the door into bathroom. And they clear extra front as well from the freezers. The freezers is now clear. Doodler's gonna push back in. Comedian's being chased. He's gonna get killed. Shotgun in the face of Playboys. Down goes Doodler in the freezer as well. It's Heath. Our health all by himself. But he's been shotgunned open the teller door, and he's down. He's dead. The defenders at the flawless round from the attackers in Yakuza.
That shotgun on the teller door proving to be why you kind of take a shotgun on these close range maps. And I hope, yep, okay, I was about to say, I hope they realized that they were stuck at like a 99.99, and they did get it. There wasn't going to be a sneaky win there, but very clean. It was a little weird at first. We saw the stall happening, and then I think they were waiting for another molly. Didn't happen. Through the flash, and they just full send. Full send. Cleared freezer. Cleared bathroom. Walked, the guy in teller's like, don't worry, guys. I'm going to kill the guys if they try to defuse. Shotgun the teller door open. Good night.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick one right there. So the smoke there to try and stop any kind of line of sight there on the right side so they could push to the left, take that initial control of storefront, push out the player who was between bathroom and freezers, and then from there, two players go towards freezer, two players make sure they can clear, make sure they keep control of that fridge side as their players come back out. Really good from Yakuza. Just a really clean round. We're going to bank now, though. Bank, and the button this time, rather than being any counting, it's in a lobby.
This is I don't think we've seen this this like set on bank, but this is.
Yeah, the doors, yeah, not in lobby. It's actually inside of accounting, which is interesting. And actually, there's a flip. So the button's in lobby, the door into the vault is in accounting.
So I'm assuming what I would do here is either you decide, are we just going to hold lobby, or are we just going to say they can have the button, we'll just do an accounting lobby or vault hold. And it looks like they're opting to do kind of a lobby accounting hold, per se. So they're kind of doing that split. They've got the barbed wire at this kind of green door into manager. They've got that window there that they can hop over if they opt to go through vents. But it looks like they're just going to go through the front. They're just going to go through
They have to control the button. So yeah, so not too crazy. It could go alone, yeah. I think to have that front control, and then if you can gain control of security, could be a big one there, but it depends how much they bunk into accounting. We'll see how they do it here. And yeah, tellers is going to be the main point. Smoke out tellers, make sure they can't pre-fire as you push through lobby. It looks like they're going to smoke both tellers and the door into hallway. And then from there, take that full control. What are they bringing, actually? Let's see. All right, so they're just bringing. So the only thing they're bringing is a door charge. All right, we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Health spawns in a little bit late here. He's got his knack and barbed wire. So he's going to be the one that's over near accounting manager listening for any vent players. Playboys is going to be having that nice long angle onto the entrance with the Ingmar. So he's going to be hitting them pretty hard there. Seraphront and Doodler posted up on Teller. Kamina post up in loans in case there's a loan split. And he's also there to assist in entrance. But now that I'm saying that out loud, he has the auto shotty, so probably not as perfect. Smokes come out as well as a Molotov. Does get some of its damage.
Tommy's gonna push through. Yeah, it does get damage. They get control. Tommy has to pick on Camino with the auto shot. He runs in. He takes down two. He retakes control of the button. He's gonna close back that door so they can't push through. As Ku's gonna walk through, he's gonna be able to kill Camino, stop the auto shot from doing that kind of damage. But it's 3v3 at this point. Other than the control over this entrance, they don't have anybody else to really go off of. They can reopen that button, and it looks like Flogwell's gonna push the way, see if he can get to the, get into that vault without anybody knowing. He's gonna run to Health though. Health's got a knack. See if Flogwell can cut him off before he pushes his way back into the vault. Otherwise, it looks like they're trying to make sure they can keep control of the button, as Ghetto's also gonna be rotating that way too. So it should be a fight in accounting next.
immediately, as you say, that Floggo's going to get his shots in on center front, as Health decides to retreat into the vault and get some shots back. Ghetto, about just above half health. Floggo is fairly low, as the grenade does not do what they wanted, but that flashbang is going to secure Health's fate, and they will take the round, and it's going to be 2-0 to Yakuza. A very chaotic kind of middle to that round of
Yeah, it
Kamina
was just the
rushing
fact
back.
that the only person that had any kind of success was Kamina with the auto shot. He pushing out from hallway. He was the only person to try and stop them from doing it. Otherwise, every single other person from Nakudama could not win their fights against Yakuza there, unfortunately.
Yeah, and as you said in the beginning, that Molotov, it got a hair of damage until the attackers went, and did one step to the right, and it was just, like, almost like just half, maybe a quarter of a square over from...
It was like, yeah, it
being
was like
like a
right
perfect
here.
volley.
It was like
Yeah.
right here. So they could, it was right between this. They could walk around it. They get into the entrance, and maybe the players back there with the Ingmar wasn't ready for it, so they get shot in the back. Camino tries to bring it back with the auto shotty, but having that entrance control, sure they lost 2 players, but they get entrance control, they get the button. We saw some aggress back towards that side, but the fact that there was nobody in the vault. And the players who were then going to go back to the vault, well, they weren't quite there just yet. It gets to that point, and there's 2 players now in manager who can cut them off from pushing back into the vault in the first place. So I don't know. Do you put someone in the vault for that kind of big power set?
I think that kind of goes back to the... I mean, I like playing in the vault. I think a lot of people that know me know that I like sitting in the vault, unless
Yeah.
it is a double door vaults have been the only vault I've been like, I'm not sitting in this one, But for that one, maybe. I think that it goes to where what we kind of talked about on the last bank of, do we need all hands on deck for this, or are we okay having one in vault? Are we going to be playing near accounting? If no, I think no one needs to be in the vault. If we're playing near accounting, that vault person is technically like, he's right there. So if they open the vault, he is assisting.
Are they really gonna
team.
door charge that green door? I guess that makes sense if you're not bringing a shotgun, but
Can you wall charge into the lumberyard there on that fence?
oh, you can wall charge, not door charge. I think you can wall charge, maybe. I might be wrong. I actually don't know.
I haven't played a lumberyard in...
Because the thing is, on
so
like
long.
on other kill house maps, when they have those fences outside like that, outside like Breezeway, you can wall charge those.
Yeah. Actually,
Right.
I'm remembering this map. I actually played this in a rank quite recently with
Did you wall charge the fence?
Brad. We did not. This was a later one, so we actually had no... We were opting to save on this round and rush reception.
Also too, they don't have a wall charge anyway.
Yeah.
You say later one too, and I remember they don't have a wall charge because this is later.
I know the walls into club, you can't wall charge those.
Oh yeah, no, you
So-
can't wall charge those. Yeah, anything from lumber into any of the building, you can't wall charge.
Which sucks,
So,
because that's such an easy wall charge.
Well, no, that's why. Of course, that's why I can't do it. It's too easy. Either
Really
way,
hitting the
so,
staples button.
it looks like they're gonna push reception. It seems to be the main take for our Yakuza team here. Nakudama, we see members like Doodler pushing, playing lumber. We see Playboys playing in kitchen. So there's, of course, there's an extension to stop them pushing through. There's kind of a pinch of different angles to try and pre-fire if they walk through reception. Looks like at least gonna smoke one, so Doodler can't play a position. He just can't get
Floggo gets hit.
any easy shots off. But at this point, yeah, they're gonna push Doodler off, and this should be the main take. So the question is someone gonna stop Nakudama from pushing back through lumberyard?
Well, these guys do have a door charge and a clacker with them as they push through. I think opting to use the clacker door charge as a mini grenade to clear any barbed wires on the door, as there you go, Kamina has the barbed wire down on the green door, but they are stuck in kitchen and the shots are coming through.
Oh,
and slowly but surely chipping away at
Hey!
attacker health, and there it goes to clear that. But the
Oh, the Molotov.
Molotov is going to get a lot of damage off as the defenders retreat back, and Kamina is going to get shot through the wall. An early Molotov is going to go out. A Molotov is down on Kamina. They're able to retrieve that, but with the attackers so close, it seems
Oh, wait, Doodler's
pretty
a great shot
unlikely.
though. Floggo's gonna make the play here because otherwise Dueler's gonna sit with the mop and deny that play from that stage area. So Floggo here is gonna slowly make the way through. Ghetto's gonna throw one grenade in there. It's gonna explode in the back of club. Nobody's there ready for it. Playboy's playing right by the sandbag, the pre-fire, and unfortunately, yeah, Duel's gone down. That's a main player with that mop in hand. Health's gonna come back, stop Floggo from going for that flank. Photon makes his way through. It's Health now all by himself as Playboy's is the only person with him dead. Health's gonna make his way through. The Molotov perfectly placed though. Grabbed off the body of Kamina, and there we go. Down goes Health, and that's a 3-0 for Yakuza.
A perfect use of using their own tools against them. Yeah, that flank and lumberyard, right as you called that, Mr. Mopman was not even ready for that. No reaction, just immediately gone. And even the refrag, it wasn't there. I mean, it looked like that was pretty defender-sided. A great Molotov. It chipped their health. Their healths were going down. But Yakuza still held on with their low health and won that round with 3 people still alive. And we're going to see here as well, on the opening duels on that far right side here, you see Yakuza. If they start the fight, they haven't lost it yet. So is that trend going to continue as we go into round 4 with the swap? Let's see if that continues, or if Nakudama goes, actually, we're better on attack, so get ready.
Could be. Looks like they're going for a similar play here. You see the wall charge on that storefront. As you recall, though, it was Yakuza who did this exact play. Well, maybe not exact, but their play was open up a storefront, flash out fridges, flash out or smoke to the right storefront, allow that push into fridges, take control of fridges, make sure the bathroom player can't rotate back through, and then have players push into freezer, kill the freezer player, so there's no angles later on if they do go for that bomb defusal. Take control of, I don't think that you have to really take control of storage at that point, because again, you think we can only walk through storage back into freezer. Just make sure that teller is clear, which you saw them shotgun open that teller's door, kill that last player, and that was in the round. Will it go as swimmingly for Nakudama? We'll see.
We will see indeed, as they have a lot of areas of interest and flashbangs being used just to make sure that, look, if we're going in, we're hitting them hard, and we see that the auto shot is being brought out. Both teams have kind of favored using the auto shotty, which is interesting because last major I rarely saw the thing, and if I did see it, the guy was flashed and murdered immediately. But we're actually seeing from both teams, whether they win or lose the round, good use of the auto shotty. Like, it gets its picks.
I don't think we saw the auto shot in this map. We shot an auto shotty on, was it the next map? I don't think we saw on this map, did we?
We saw it on Bank. When I mean like this match. Sorry.
Okay, that makes more sense.
We're seeing both teams use it this match. I think I said map. I meant to say match, but we're seeing both teams kind of use the auto shotty pretty effectively.
I think Yakuza, they're playing well. Floggo's playing it, so just deny that freezer control. They don't have any play freezer. Just make sure Floggo, because the attackers have to clear freezer there. So I think it makes sense for Floggo's to bring it out and make sure that if someone walks in the freezer, you just murder them. Grenade comes out, should destroy that barbed wire. Now Ku doesn't have anybody where you go off any sound. He's gonna make sure he can push back through. He get pre-fired by Kamina. Pre-fires come back out. He's gonna stay alive, back off for the moment. But that's control freezer. The health's actually gonna run in. He's gonna kill Coupe, swinging into bathroom. He's gonna run right through. See if he has now control bathroom. Gonna grab that AK, and that's that first control of a softball team from the side of Yakuza on their attack.
Playboy's gonna go down to Sleepy Photon as his intended target was Flogo, but Flogo's gonna swap out the auto shot for the AP-25. He's only brought 1 mag for that, as Flashbang and Molotovs are exchanged by Ghetto and Health, as Health is kind of thrown back a bit. Doodler's still doing some overwatch, probably relaying that there's still one in the vault, or in Teller. Tommy not realizing if he wants to peek that or not, just still giving some information back to his team. Ghetto is very, very low, and Health
they're gonna back off. They're deciding
we're done for this round. You guys can have. So Health is gonna take a bathroom break while he tries to figure out if he's going to live or not.
Yeah, there was some unfortunate parts of that round though. They definitely, they had the Overwatch coverage, having to play out there with a sniper, but looks like Kamina tried to push too far. We had members push into Freezer. Like I said before, having Floggo with the auto shotty. The two members in there not only getting killed by Floggo, but also getting pinched up by Photon on the door. So even though Floggo may have been flashed, Photon was there ready at the green door from storage to take that fight, cover Floggo, and then from there they killed both players. And Kamina, he runs into the back storefront, making sure maybe he try to pull off the attention of Tommy playing inside Tellers, but did not know Ghetto was also playing in the back there behind the bomb. Takes that fight, loses the fight to Ghetto. Sure, I think the only person that really had any success was Health pushing into bathroom, killing Ku. That was about it, really.
We saw Flogel as he was sitting way far back in Freezer, so the initial flashbang that went in there didn't affect him at all. So they just ran in there thinking, okay, well, if he's probably flashed, and he died. No one was really even looking into Freezer. They just thought, oh, that guy's gonna go in Freezer and he's got it. So when he died, they went, okay, we'll throw another flashbang in there. And once again, that flashbang also missed. And they just ran in there, close range to an auto shotty. I don't care who you are, you're not winning that fight. And the auto shotty prevailed. It picked up 2, and then Nakudama realizing we need to save, and they pull everything back. And once again, the opening duels favor Yakuza. They are 4 for 4. If they start the fight, they're 4 for 4.
They didn't really start that fight though.
Well, if they're in the opening fight. So
Here we are
see
back
how
on
they
bank.
opt to do this.
And this is the era we saw before where Yakuza, they pushed through. They had to control lobby. Sure, they lost some players pushing through to the auto shot to Kamina. But once they got that button down, they had that button control inside the lobby, then they rotated over towards that manager side, towards the vents. They pushed through manager, and, well, they cut off the defenders from Nakudama, tried to push their way back to the vault. And that's where the round really went and ended there, as they had control of manager, had control of accounting in a sense, and they were able to kill those defenders. Even if one run back in the vault, they were the only one left on that point. There's no utility in vault to really stop them in the first place. So it looks like there may be some utility put towards vault this time from Yakuza. We'll see what they do here. Actually, this time, you just want maybe just abandon the button.
Yeah. We're gonna see if they are opting to do this manager push, I think, from the get-go. They don't want to do like, oh, well, we go there if the lobby doesn't work. I think they're opting to do that begin with, as well as the entrance. They're going to split this, but it seems like Yakuza kind of know that they may come manager. So we're going to get barbs at those doors, just in case.
Just have all 5 players involved.
Yeah, we'll just get everyone involved. And it seems that Tommy is also going to have a barbed wire in vault, and he's got his Molotov and AK. And he is, yeah, he's in the vault, which is funny because I played with Tommy. I want credit for this. I want credit for all of it. I'm
so we'll
the vault
push
boy.
this. It looks like Floggo's gonna have an auto shotty instead of accounting, so it does seem like maybe they're gonna initially try to take some shots on the attackers as they push through entrance, and then maybe back off towards that accounting side later on. Aku does have a mop instead of loans though. That's a lot of glass, so he can play that well if he does see the attackers then try to rotate through vault after pushing and taking control of entrance lobby. It could be big to try and stop their rotations from hall into accounting. We'll see though. Again, if they could take control of manager and they get the button open, and maybe even this hallway control, loads control, tellers control could be not even needed.
We're gonna get some kicks on the door. They just allowed the door kick, the smokes. They're just straight in manager with no contest. Flogo's gonna get some shots in. Now he's starting to contest. Playboy goes down. The auto shot doesn't come in. It's not enough. As Photon pushes out from security, gets the refrag. Still 2 attackers in account.
Ku.
Doodler.
Oh no.
Sitting in manager. Who's gonna get some shots in? Not enough to kill health. Health still pretty healthy. Ku once again gets another shot in, and it's
so they
not gonna connect.
Abandoned
They Molotov
the
him up.
entrance take.
Yeah, the door charge is on entrance. They just didn't clack it.
So they just not gonna clack it at all, but now gonna push into Ghetto gets 1. He gets traded out though as well. Health and Ghetto trade back. Who has a sniper in hand, and he has quite an angle from Loans. Looks like Flash comes out. He's gonna throw a Molotov onto Surfront's position, but Surfront, he knows he's Flash. He's gonna run past the Molotov, kill Ku. Now leave Photon by himself in the entrance, but again, the button's still an entrance, so he can play this well. But Surfront walking to tells, could have angle. Looks like Photon, it could be seen through the window, so this should allow Surfront to push out. Though Molotov comes out, and he's gonna pick take some shots. The saber in Dueler's hand. Now Dueler can walk through into Tommy's position. But only 25 seconds left. Photon's gonna run back, kill Sir Front. Leave it to Tommy with that Molotov and see if he can push the button, close the vault. Should force Doodler, but Doodler has a saber. I'm not sure if you want to run that. And Clo, he turns around to take the auto shotty, but looks away. In that time, the door closes on him, and that's the round once again for Yakuza. Close one this time though.
Yeah. So the flash that you called in Loans was actually a grenade. That's why
Oh, was it?
sprinted out of there. So it was a grenade that went to the back of Loans, and he ran out, and then once it went off, that's when he pushed.
Either way, he wasn't gonna win that fight though. He had a mop in hand and a pistol in the other.
Once again, opening duels, just another check for Yakuza right there. But a very I'm surprised they went for that entrance push is what we thought. I thought they were gonna do a split, and then they put the door charge up. They had the clacker. It wasn't like someone forgot it. But then they just went, let's go to vents, and they all went to vents. So the door charge is on that wall, on that door still. So they lost a clacker for nothing. I mean, nobody got it. The defenders didn't get it. I don't know if he picked it up at the end there. I don't think he did.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm pretty sure they didn't pick up the clacker. So either way, they just lost the clacker no matter what anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to look at the silver lining, the defenders didn't get it, but it's like, at the same time, like, why did we do that?
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely would have been better too, because then if that case, rather than pushing all through that hallway into the hole that the defenders had, because they were ready for the hallway hole. They had a member in Loans, they had a member in Tellers, ready for that taken. Sure, it was a bloody one. Members were taking fights back and forth. Sure, they end up finally taking control of Loans and taking control of the hallway, but at what cost? They had lost so much doing so, and then from there they still didn't have the time to take control of lobby, and there's another defender there ready and waiting for them at that point. So like if you just had gotten control of Manager and kind of taken that first fight and killed Flago, and then had someone open up entrance, take that control, or maybe even smoke out Tellers. I don't know. It's just having maybe one person at least open up the entrance so that the person in Tellers and Loans can't play as securely as they did to make maybe that hallway push easier in a sense.
Yeah, I think they fell right into Yakuza's trap. Like, if they had gone lobby, there were, I think, 1 or 2 people near lobby that they could have probably taken fights and won. But then the fact that they decided, we're going to go into this accounting area, they walked right into the barbed wires, the auto shotty, and it was pretty much what Yakuza wanted in that situation. So they fell right into their trap. As we see...
yeah, it's on the kill house. Let's see how they defend this one.
Yeah, Ghetto brought 2 flares, in case the sun goes out. You never know.
It's the end of the half, so I guess you might as well bring him here. Right?
Yes, I know, but I could only imagine if they did that, where it's like, hey, if you waste like...
Hey, maybe if you throw it into the eyes of the attackers, it blinds them.
Right? I mean, it is annoying. So they are gonna go for a lockers push, or at least detonate the lockers, just to kind of say, hey, we're over here, as Surfront runs all the way around, probably giving the defenders...
Is there another... Oh, no, they have another door charge. Yeah, they have a door charge on office. So did they never put that door charge... They never put the door charge on entrance.
So what the heck did they bring the clacker for?
They have 1 clacker left, though. And they're going to push their way through office. They have control of office. They have control of lockers. So this kind of a push, though. Flago is in a position to maybe flank, but he's got to wait for the right timing to get a flank onto Surf Front and Kamina. Health and Ghetto trade back already for some kills. Photon's getting one of his own 2 on top of it. So that office push isn't going quite so well. Well, both pushes are having their, engagements in their duels. And it looks like Dueler is on a flank through reception, but so far, these attackers are just not winning these long-range fights into both, backstage and club.
And Photon is gonna confirm that by just listening for that barbed wire sound cue and murdering Kamina as Doodler is on his own, but Flogel is like, no you don't, get back here, you little rascal, I'm gonna chase you. As he runs into Office, Doodler snaps and just puts him down though. Says, you know what, I actually expected you to do that. And he's just gonna wait. I assume he's just gonna go for picks, or he's gonna try and get on in there. And he is running out of time though. He has 23 as he gets Ghetto. We did see Doodler ace these last time as he gets some shots off, but ultimately, I think he's deciding
Oh, Tar.
not to do. Oh, he does swap for the tar. He gets some shots, and
Yeah.
he is gunned down as he is in the middle of that doorway by Photon with a 3K.
Yeah, that was just the round where we had a split push going through office, going through lockers for the attacking team of Nakudama, and well, and both sides they were just having difficulties pushing through the barbed wire, trying to fight those members of the defense who were in entrenched positions. We saw many members of the, two members of Yakuza sitting inside a club, just fighting off that office pressure, just sitting by the bomb chest, sitting by the bar, taking shots on people inside of the attackers inside of office, and then lockers kind of open. But again, you're walking into that backstage area that kind of is just a funnel, and on top of that, they also pressure Flogel, still sitting inside a kitchen on their backs. So they're just trying to, they get a point, they got to make a decision. They got to run into that barbed wire, run into the defenders and backstage, and you can see they lost all those fights. But hey, we're on to a new half. But I say new half, I say new three set. But the problem is it's 6-0.
There's a lot. Yeah, the best Doodle or Nakudama can do is tie and stall for another game and get a win, which would then force another game. So they need the tie. But the unfortunate thing is, if they tie this game and then tie the next game,
I don't think they have a tie
Yakuza
next game,
wins.
but I think that Yakuza have to get only a certain amount of rounds next game and they win it out entirely or something like that.
Yeah, if they get 6 rounds to force another tie, they win. So
Yeah,
if there's
so
2 ties after, let's say they tie this one and they tie the next one, Yakuza will win.
yeah,
But
I know the tie.
we need to get there first.
Anyway, yeah, we get there first. Yeah, at this point, we need to see them win out 6 more rounds on this new set of maps, which I do. That's a difficult one. But hey, and they're on attack too. They're on attack here. Not in this map on Kill Dome. It's looking interesting here. You got an observatory that's kind of an observation that's kind of on its own here, sectioned off, but does give you a lot of intel if they're pushing beach. So of course pushing it makes sense, and then pushing beach here. But again, this makes it kind of that one side, one dimensional. Not say one dimensional, but it's from one side. It's from 2 different areas you really hold off. They can hold off base for the defense and just take shots and make sure they can't push through beach. And then of course observation's big here too. It could be 1 round easy for Yakuza. Could be.
Yeah. I've played on this kill dome a lot. I think this is one of my favorite variations I've seen because the mop can sit up there where Ghetto is, or if they start doing a pit focus, obviously these guys are not, but if there is a pit focus, you can play back in that jungle and you flare the doorways. There's a lot of choke points here for the defenders that can help. Even if they take observation, the defenders can still fall back and still not really be in observations.
Dude, I
line
don't
of
know where you
sight.
go from observation. It's still just a 1 door out. There's nothing you can go
Yeah.
from there, really.
So we're going to see as they take observation, Health being the first, leading the charge in. He wants to finish this quickly as Kamina looks down and gets some
Intel.
callouts there as
Yep.
Sleepy Photon falls to
Surf
Doodler.
front. Surf front's huge. He's made his way in the base. That's big for the attack. They can now push this control of base. But hey, Floggo, great position. Floggo, though, get traded up by Health. Health is a great entry into jungle for his team. That's a huge play from Health to take control jungle now. Health's going to run over to the bomb. It's now down to Tommy in a 1v5 here. That could be a flawless. No, oh, well, no. Surf front takes one with him at least. So Surf front gets taken down in the end. But hey, that was quite a sweep from Nakudama.
Very, very good to see that this is how you're going to start your second half. If you're going to just fist through the door. Ghetto missed his shot onto Health, and Health started playing hesitant once he killed Flogel. He stayed back a little bit, but once he heard the mop shot, he went, okay, you're dead, and he steamrolled into Ghetto and was able to get him. And just like that, the mop is out of play.
Angmar to play, got Saber and a mop in the hands of them, AK in the hands of the attack here for Nakudama. Yeah, that was a big point. That was probably the biggest point of contention. Was not only, sure, observations by itself, there's not a lot of control you get with taking observation, but having that intel to know, like someone like who's playing inside of the water there, and having known information about players back in jungle for your team. And then on top of that, unfortunate that Ghetto could not hold Floggo's door there, as Floggo's trying to play a position, trying to stop that base control for their team. And then for the attacking team, for Nakudama trying to play that position. And unfortunately, Ghetto could not hold that. Health able to just push through, get both of those kills, take that control of that top section of jungle, and then push farther in. So great job from Nakudama. Let's see if they can do it two more times and make it even closer here as you go to maybe into the attacking half for Yakuza. But hey, that's been more far in the future. We've got Factory up once again and up a different one.
A standard play. I was just about to say that. Thank you, Nakudama. Usually, what we see here is green door, server farm take, and then you wall charge into office, cut that power. Now you have office control. There is that small little doorway there, so if they opt to barbed wire that and kind of hold that from kind of back here in this doorway, they can. It also depends on if the attackers want to push from a different angle. If they're all gonna do server farm, or if they're going to do a walkway
So
split, which
they
seems a
open up
little
this wall
interesting.
and they push in. That's interesting.
Yes,
So at that point, it'd be
this
interesting to see
seems
if they like barbed wire this and have someone play like this position all the way towards there. See
yeah,
if they can
the
get angle on that.
very long angle. I think that's kind of what's being. I believe that's what's being drawn there. That's kind of what they have circle or the
Yeah, as long as they can keep
Yakuza have
control of
circled.
as long as they keep control of this the stairway and have someone play the top of the walkway. If that's gonna be the play, if the if Yakuza can understand that's gonna be the play, because I don't know how often we see teams make that play for power like that. I don't know.
I mean, let's see. Are they gearing up with NVGs? They are gearing up with NVGs. So I would assume we're going to see the power play. We see that Yakuza is opting to hold near this walkway area. So are they going to go walkway, or are they all committing to this server farm push?
I guess the interesting too is no mop though, so it's gonna be difficult. Oh, not difficult, but having just the Ingmar, the F1's gonna be interesting to use off of. Yeah, Flagos looks like he thinks they're gonna push for that back walkway area, that red door by there, but Ku's gonna be playing Harry Potter. Waiting for that push. If they do go for that push through that hallway, the entryway into Boiler. So it looks like
What
a
a
grenade comes
grenade.
out. They opened up into the door and nobody's there. Ku's just playing behind, ready for a push through. He's gonna shot in the back. They don't know Ku's playing Harry Potter. He's gonna push back behind the server rack as he's gonna walk away. But so far, like I say, there's potting shots and there's four members just sitting outside server farm. They can sit long time depends. How long can Ku stay here? Ku's not playing. Oh, great shots from Ghetto from above. Another shots through. Ku gets two of his own again. Ghetto and Ku stacked up, stopping the push. It's now Surf Front and Doodler sitting back. This is the last round. They only need one round to win this, and now Doodler and Surf Front have to somehow clutch this up for their team.
And with Ku and Doodler exchanging shots there, it's looking more like and I spoke too soon. Surfront gets a shot, but he is just about under 100 health. Doodler definitely under 50. Surfront is going to get Ghetto. It is now a 2v3. Tommy realizes he can't get his shots on there anymore and decides to rotate over as Photon gets one through the open doorway at the bottom there, and he's going to sit there and hide now. Surfront realizes, I'm running out of time. I've got 45 seconds left. I'm gonna grab the clacker and try to do something here. He's trying to get the wall charge.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and get into office. He's gonna try and get this power, but with 30 seconds left, he's
Oh,
stalling. He
you
doesn't know what he's
shot.
gonna do, and he's gonna take shots from below, and he's gonna fall to Photon. Very well played by Yakuza, and Yakuza takes this best of 3 against Nakudama
Sweeping fashion.
in a
Sheesh.
dominant fashion.
Yeah. Just what was it, 7-2-7-1, or is it 7-1-7-1? I can't remember the first map.
7-2-7-1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 7-2-7-1. What
No, no, no,
a
it was. Yeah, it was 7-1-7-1. Yeah, yeah, sorry.
that's what I thought.
They
Okay, so
Yeah, because they only lost the Kill Dome last map or last match. All right, well, as we kind of look over the stats once again here, we see just absolute domination from Yakuza. Photon up at the top. He's 13-3-1, with the only one in the entire game to get 1,000 damage. So hit his shots, got his kills. Unfortunately, he lost one opening duel, and then I guess went into a frenzy afterwards. So,
yeah,
absolute.
that was dominance from Yakuza though. God damn.
Now we see Tommy 2 for 2 in his duels. Flogel 3 for 3. Ghetto 2 for 2. Just if they started the fights, if Flogel started them or Ghetto or
I'd say it
Tommy,
too, but
they
just the amount of times we saw them playing well together, both in like pre-fire or crossfires and everything too, was just great from Yakuza though. We saw that just like in that last round too was huge. the fact that there was two. You saw one player playing Harry Potter, Ghetto playing the top of I think it was the Q playing Harry Potter, Ghetto playing the top of the walkway, just able to pre-fire a crossfire members as they walk into server farm. Fantastic. Oh, would you
And
like to do an interview, Melvin? What is your say on that?
we could do an interview.
It depends.
Who
Who's
are
gonna do
we
the interview? You gonna do
interviewing?
it or me? Am I gonna do
How about you do it? I did the intro. You got
it?
this.
I'll do a quick interview then. Sure, I'll do a quick interview. I'm not great at interviews though. I'm not a fantastic interviewer or anything. I'll interview one Yaokuza player if he wants to release. But anyway, that was quite a match, Melvin. What did you? How did you feel about that that dominating half from have dominating 2-0 from Yakuza?
If that happened to me, I'd be crying. I I know if me and Brad were doing ranked and that happened, we'd be like, yeah, okay, we're gonna go to squad. But it was very and it wasn't like Nakudama played bad, right? And
Oh
none
yeah,
we're
there's some
not
definitely some
suggesting
close
that at all.
rounds.
There was just yeah, there were a lot of rounds where it was close, and it comes down to did that wall shot connect? As I sprayed through the wall, did that connect? If it was no,
Yeah.
sometimes that made the difference because they had just enough health. And as we saw in that bank map, that Molotov being like half a square away or a quarter of a square off from covering the door, like just small things that could have turned the round anyway.
Very
So
much so.
it's
There's
really
little
interesting.
things. Little things. It's just little things that change up the rounds, and like you said, just little damage, little plays you sometimes don't expect at the end of the rounds, and those late second decisions are huge. And I would say there are definitely some parts where it was close for Nakudama and Yakuza, but I feel like Yakuza still had some rounds where they were just on it when it came to just knowing how to play the map, what strats they had, defense and attacker wise. Like there were rounds where we saw in defense where they had crossfire set up, they had ability to refrag their, but refrag potential for their players on attack, depends on the bunch of the play. Sometimes they had some refrag potential. Sometimes it just came down to just they had great shots and they had just the spring on the defenders.
We saw a lot of those with, especially on the Kill House maps, where just those choke points, especially Kill House, it's the wall, it's the king of wall bangs is Kill House. You can shoot through almost anything, and we saw that when they started funneling through office areas, that the wall bangs came out, and that even if they just touched barbed wire, there was a Molotov, or there was just a hail of bullets, and
Nope.
it just turned it from any attacker advantage on both sides, just immediately turned to this defender's just hail of gunfire.
Hey, well, we got Ku ready and waiting. He's ready to drag him in. So let's get him in here. Let's talk about that game. Though it was a one side, so there probably isn't a whole lot we can talk about, really. No.
Oh my goodness.
Melvin, what questions do you want to ask him?
Why did he hurt them?
All right. Well, that's not a good question. Get out of here. That's a bad question. You're fired. There we go. Now we
Hello.
got Ku in the call. Hi, Ku. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
I hope so. Hey, congratulations on the win, though. Again, it's only your first win in the lower bracket, though, so you still have quite a trek to go before you make
Yeah.
it to the grand finals. Either way, 7-1 or seven. I think it was 7-1, 7-1 for you guys, just to win it
Yes,
out.
sir.
A very
Yep.
easy win for Yakuza. And really, is there any difficulties per se this game that you guys really run into?
This game itself, no. We played a lot better than compared to whatever happened yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Katura game. So was there anything from the Katura game you really learned per se?
I mean, I wasn't playing in it, but I did see the VOD review
Mhm.
later, this afternoon. And in short, the main issue was just lack of communication, pretty much. And
True, that's a
we
big
we
part. Yeah.
fixed that.
Okay.
That was a lot less this time. We didn't spaghetti as hard, and uh, yeah, I mean, we did throw a couple of deaths every now and then, like getting Doodler an ace with the saber because
Yeah,
I mean
yeah, that was a bit of a
we were just feeling really nice, just
yeah. A few
giving
of
a
those
bit of a
rounds. I wouldn't say give away, but like again, like that. We'll talk about her like early in the game. Whenever you had that round on Kill Dome, when you
Thank
had to
you.
push a
Thank you.
beach, and there was the you're gonna open up that door into castle with the door charge.
Yeah.
That definitely went alright. That was definitely a difficult one, especially because you put
Yeah,
all of your stocks in the beach.
that got a bit hairy. We didn't really. We tried something different and it didn't really pan out as well. Also, the map is really hard to push on a green, but yeah, we
Great,
tried to do
agreed.
something a bit different.
Hey, gotta be creative. Yeah, you gotta
And
get creative sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does.
yeah,
You did
the
confuse
rush
Benny on that
green
one.
into base doesn't always work. So we tried something a bit different and it didn't really pan out as well as we thought.
Hey, it's gotta be, sometimes you gotta try out different things, try out different strats. They don't work once, you just don't do them again per se. But either way, like you guys definitely had some rounds where you definitely seemed like you were on it when it came to just crossfires, playing together team,
Yeah,
communicating what to do, especially in certain situations like that. Especially that bank round when it came to I think it was the first game when it was no, it was the second game. I'm bad memories, but I think it was the second game. There was that bank round with the vaults inside of accounting rather than by the lobby.
yeah.
And you guys had that. You guys rushed into lobby. You had control, but then Kamina comes out with the auto shot. He kills two players, and then from there you got to kind of try and pick up the pieces and make your way into vault. Was there any kind of communication errors there, or was it still smooth from that point?
We just simply didn't really think about. We didn't know one was gonna play there. I even called it, but
Mhm.
just simply they weren't. We weren't expecting the auto. Then after I think it was Photon and Flogel, I might
Yep,
be wrong though,
you
died
might
to
be
the
right. I remember
auto.
again.
I flashed them and just retook top of lobby and just held it until
Yeah,
and well let the rest of the guys go into vault.
that was a big one. Hey, that was a good round for you. Great game for you guys. Anything you want to say before we sign off for the day?
Nothing really. Just my spaghetti's ready. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
Hey, we got things to do, I guess. We're all busy people.
Yeah.
Hey, have fun with your spaghetti. Thanks for the interview. We hope to see
Thank
you
you
do
guys.
just as well in the next few games. Make your way to grand finals once again. But hey,
Yes, sir.
anything can happen.
Yep.
Thanks
Bye
for
bye,
your time. We'll
fellas.
see you next time.
No worries.
See, you did fine.
Hey,
You asked the
easy.
question that I was gonna ask actually
What was that? What was that?
about the dome. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
what
yeah,
happened? You know, like what happened then? They were like, well, we tried something new, and it's like that's fine. I mean, if you're trying something, you know, especially if you're ahead, it's okay to like see like, is this gonna work? And if it doesn't, you're like, okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that again.
yeah.
Or if we're going to, let's maybe refine it and practice it.
Hey, well, let's say that's our first weekend done. We had our first, 4 streams this weekend. Few of the games, just some off-stream stuff too. But that's our first weekend for the major. I believe we'll be back next weekend with the rest of the major. Or
I believe so. If we want to switch to the bracket, it should show the times for the. Oh, there we go.
all right, there we go. So yeah,
Oh.
we should have the. There we go. So yeah, we have next weekend. Oh, actually, we have what Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, Sunday we have that. January 30th. Yeah, so yeah. So it looks like a few weekends coming up. We got these matches coming up. Looks like it was only January 30th, 3:30 EST, Sunday 12 p.m. EST. Oh, because I was only supposed to cast though. That's why.
Correct.
So we didn't cast that one. We cast this one today. So yeah, a few. We'll have to go at the upper finals next weekend with the lower finals, and then we'll have the actually with the one of the lowest semis, lower semis, upper final, lower semis, and upper final next weekend, and then we'll have. Oh,
Lower
actually, I don't know how this
final,
works
and
even.
then
This
upper
this
final.
bracket's confused me a little bit actually. Dude, look at this confused.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, it's a 3 weekend tourney. Okay, so that's why I'm confused. Okay, so next weekend will be semifinals. The week after that will be finals. I got you.
Yes.
There we go. All right, I'm not confused anymore. Not as much, but either way. Anyway, it's still in the stream. Thanks for coming by, everyone. Thanks for watching. I've been your counselor Benny, joined by Melvin, and we'll catch you all next weekend.
Bye bye.